Stay a while and listen.
Good morning. Hi, Soggy. Sorry, I was getting ready. I pushed live and then I was like brushing my teeth and stuff, so I am here now. Let's see. How are you this morning, Soggy, if you're still around? I hope your morning's going well. I already bought my dailies. Run our... I play catch up on this character. Okay, so we need guild contract. We need to do 2 of the dynamic ones. 9. We'll do one at 9. Hi, Mep. Good morning. How are you doing today? Hope your morning's going well. We'll do our contracts. You're alive. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. I'm happy to hear that. How did your appointment go yesterday? You had an appointment yesterday, right? Just not well, going back on therapy in a week or 2. That really sucks. Hopefully it will help. Or at least be an improvement. Round 8? That's crazy. That's a lot, Mep. That's a lot. Hoping it still responds. Yes, like you're at a party and everyone has already gone home and you're just sticking around awkwardly. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm happy you're here. I would have never met you if you had died, if you had like passed away in 2011 when you first got it. Like, I know my uncle had a couple different kinds of cancer. He ended up having bladder cancer. He had 2 different lung cancers. They determined it was not the same one that had spread. You know, multiple surgeries to, like, by the end there, he had like half of one lung and like a third of the other, and I think he had like one other one, but like he stuck around a really long time too, and he ended up um, passing away from pneumonia from a complication of something completely unrelated. It was silly. It was like he got a flu shot and then he caught pneumonia from getting sick after getting the flu shot, and that's what did him in. Yeah, he was collecting all the badges, but that was like 2009 to 2000, I want to say 17. He died a day before his 65th birthday, which kind of sucks, but and I mean he lasted a long time, long after he wanted to, but he was a mechanic his whole life, so he had a lot of issues because of that later on. Unfortunately, hazards of the job in a job like that. That's where the lung cancers came from. Yeah, it's not. Oh shit. We got lots of cancers in my family, so I'm just hoping that we will catch it early, I guess, if we ever get it. Luckily, my mom has not caught anything yet, but like all of her siblings, so her brother and both of her sisters, and my dad's side, my dad never had anything. Although maybe, I don't know, because when we were going through all his medical stuff after he passed away, they were looking into him potentially having prostate cancer. So we're not sure if like he had that or not, and he just had just like found out or what. So, but my mom's been really healthy, luckily. So hopefully she stays that way. But like her sisters, both had breast cancer. One had ovarian cancer, and just like all the fun women cancers. And so we're on the lookout. And then my dad's side too. What the heck? Okay. All the breast cancers. It's great. It's not great. It's actually terrible, but what can you do? Everyone gets prostate cancer. Well, if one is old enough and prostate, yeah, one gets it. Exactly. I have not done any genetic testing yet, but we're just like, I do need to get like a mammogram probably. Last time they were like, oh well, we'll keep an eye out kind of thing, but TMI. But I've had some stuff removed, so I'm at a less of a risk for some cancers because I don't have those pieces anymore. So I mostly just have to worry about ovarian cancer, which that one's a hard one to diagnose anyways. Usually by the time you even feel anything is wrong, you're already like fucked with that one. So yeah, exactly. And like, I mean, I don't know, but I only have one ovary, so hopefully if I do notice anything is wrong, it's kind of obvious. But I haven't noticed anything yet, so knock on wood. hopefully I'll be fine. Is that the dude? No. Where is he? Here. Yeah, exactly. And then I don't have my fallopian tubes or my uterus or my uh, cervix, so that kind of removes the risk on those areas. So it's kind of nice. It's nice to know. I literally only have to worry about my ovary and my boobs, I guess. Oh shit! I guess I didn't do the rest of the. I got distracted by that mystic portal that opened. Well, that's the other thing. So, you know what's funny? It's not This is not a funny sentence, but my aunt she supposedly had a total hysterectomy back in the 90s. And they supposedly removed her uterus, everything, as well as her, like, both of her ovaries. So she was on hormones because they removed both of her ovaries. They put her on hormones so she wouldn't go into menopause immediately. When she passed away and they did the autopsy, she had an ovary and she had breast cancer because of the hormones from that she was required to take. Well, not required, but like suggested to take, because she supposedly didn't have, they removed her ovaries. So either she had 3 ovaries, or her doctor at the time was like incompetent and didn't remove both of her ovaries and still prescribed her estrogen. So she had a lot of issues with that. My mom is like so against my sister and I ever going on estrogen because her sister got cancer from going on estrogen after her stuff. And like, I don't need it. Like, I'm totally fine. I have 1 ovary. I'm good. That'll like compensate for only having 1, and I should be fine, and I'll go in a menopause at the normal time for me, I guess. But my sister as well, she didn't have either of her ovaries removed, so she'll be fine as well. But my mom was very adamant that neither of us go on hormones because of what happened with her sister. So, and it's not like you need it. Like, so the only reason you usually go on those, like, after a hysterectomy and everything, is so you don't go into menopause. I don't really care if I go into menopause. Luckily, I haven't yet. My sister is funny because she's like experiencing some symptoms of that. Like, my mom, so heartbreaking to see all the women, especially the younger ones, in the clinic for breast cancer. Yeah, exactly. And well, it's like you're getting, I don't know, like, even just like the birth control stuff puts weird stuff in you as well, and it's like totally it's kind of messed up, to be honest. Like, the side effects people are willing to accept just to be on birth control. And what's sad is these side effects. So, if I don't know if you remember the rounds going around about men, like a possible men's birth control, but the side effects were too bad, and so they didn't actually get it pushed through. It's literally the same side effects, if not better, than side effects that we have with women's birth control, and yet they're too bad for men to get that. But women have the exact same things. Like, you have a higher chance of having like blood clots and all these issues and stuff, and it's like, oh no, it's totally fine, you don't know what you're talking about, that's just a woman's issue. It's like, what the fuck? Like, it's called blue balls. That's funny. Those breast cancer rates went up 4 times. Yeah. Well, you have to realize also, we actually started figuring out ways to test for that too. So, like, a lot of women passed away in the past from like breast cancer and all these things, but there just was they didn't know what it was, and a lot of issues with like um with cancers. Your tooth cancer is affected by testosterone. Oh wow. So do they put you on? Do they? Is there like a testosterone blocker for that, or how does that? Do you just like? Because don't you? Your T has to be low. Okay, I was gonna say they have to make you not have it, right? Because otherwise you're just harming yourself for your body producing your own testosterone. That's crazy. Wow. I got stunned right as I was gonna release that. Sorry, by the way, if you don't want to chat about all of this. But, I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, we've got so many different cancers in our family. Oh, wait. Shit. I do need this guy, apparently. Well, and, like, and just weird stuff. Like, it's crazy. One of my aunts, on my dad's side, oh, so what's funny is, I guess this isn't funny either, but I never knew my dad's side of the family. Like his side of the family was always very nobody ever talked about them. I don't, obviously he has a family and like I know them a little bit more now, but like growing up it just never occurred to me because we were never really close with anyone on his side. Like I didn't even meet his his like mom. I don't think I ever met his dad. And I met his mom when my brother graduated high school. So I was like 16 when I met my grandma for the first time. And it's like weird. Like they're never like close, and even like his sisters and stuff. And it's just like you were a cancer biologist back in the day, so cancer talk is all. Oh wow, that's really cool. Like, at least you. Well, that's probably shitty to be honest. You're like, oh cool, thanks, great, wonderful. I know exactly what's going to happen to me, and like, but I don't know. It's cool what we've done to like be able to. Okay, what is this guy doing? He's just literally standing here. Why will he not move? Okay, there. Do you get to tell your oncologist what you're treating? Nice. But it's like, it's really cool because for a lot of things, it's like, you know, your cancer would have been a death sentence like 20 years ago, but now you can extend it. What kind of life you'd have, I don't know. Like, you probably would hope, like, you know, like you said, you feel like you're good, you know? And so it's like, that's understandable. Like, you're allowed to feel like that. And like, my uncle at the end there, he had a DNR, so like he could have been fine. My mom is actually really sad about that, but it's like he was done, and like, you know, you can decide that for yourself, and he decided it for himself, and it's like you at some point, like, whatever, like, yeah, you could be there, but what kind of quality of life is that for you? And even if it hurts people around you, like, you gotta make your own decision and take it as it is, you know? Like, whatever. Like, that sounded really callous, but, like, I believe in reincarnation, so, like, I'm really sad that, you know, I, like, with my dad and my brother passing away this year, like, I'm really sad about that, but, like, I know in the future, with my beliefs, like, I'll see them again, and it'll be wonderful. So like I'm sad, but I know in my own way that I'll be okay and they'll be okay, and I can't wait to see them again, kind of thing. And so, like, I'd rather them be ready for the next life, I guess. Our founding director of our cancer center got pancreatic cancer and chose not to get any therapy for it and accepted his fate. You often think of the wisdom of that. Yeah, but I mean, it's like, it's a lot. And it's like, until you're actually facing that yourself, like, yeah, of course you can say, well, of course, you know, I mean, I've got young kids. So if I get cancer, if I had like ovarian cancer, or if I got breast cancer or any other random kind of cancer, I would do everything I could to get it treated just because my kids are really young. If they're older, if I don't have like if I didn't have kids and it's just me and I'm like, whatever, like I would rather just live my life to the fullest. And if it's a treatable thing, not like you have a 20% chance if you do all this stuff and maybe possibly you'll kind of be like somewhere potentially of what you had your quality of life before. Like, I don't know. I've never had to make that decision before, you know? I hope I never have to make that decision. Yeah, exactly, Mep. And then I, of course, you know, like I said, I believe in reincarnation, so I will do my best to stick around as long as possible for my kids and for my family, especially for my mom right now because she can't afford to lose another kid or anything right now. So like my other brother and my sister and I have grown a lot closer over this last year because of everything that's happened, and we're all on the same page that our mom has to be the next one to die. Like like that sounds really morbid to say it like that, but like we can't let anything happen to us and her have to deal with that again. Yeah. Well, and then a lot of the cancers, like, well, now you can do a lot of early detection stuff. But if it's like, it's still really scary though, because some of those cancers, like, well, especially like women's cancers, like I had a cousin and she was not feeling well, but she was like, you know, fine. And then she went to the doctor and they found out that she had like, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but she had like a late stage uterine cancer, and she felt like a little off but nothing crazy, and then within like 2 weeks she was gone and there was literally nothing they could do. And they just found out, and then it's basically like, well, that sucks, like like you can't do anything. So it's just, I don't know, it's scary to think that. But I mean, on another note, they cost everything one has in their license. Exactly. And so it's like, it sucks. Like, on another note though, my aunt on my dad's side, his sister, she was walking down the street and she had like with her friends and stuff, and she had a brain aneurysm and she survived that, which is crazy, because usually you don't. And so it's like she has had breast cancer and stuff too, but like even that, like just random brain aneurysm. My husband's uncle just passed away recently of a brain aneurysm, and it's just like there's so many weird things out there that can just end you immediately and you don't even know. Like, we do a lot of screenings, it barely moves the needle in mortality of those cancers. Yeah. The worst thing is the stress and anxiety. That doesn't people quick. Anxiety can really make people sick. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Mep. It isn't talked about enough because just knowing like, I don't know. It's tough. All those long COVID stuff looks like an anxiety disorder. Yeah. Well, and like, how is my storage so fucking full? I have 200 items in here. How do I clear this up? I have like a bunch of What are these? Ranged evasion? I don't need evasion. I got all these endurances I want to keep. These are ones that I need. Okay, so skill damage boost. 800. I don't think I have enough to buy the fucking trait, is what was wrong there. Max health, max health. Oh, I could just try those. Not gonna get as lucky as last time, but skill damage boost necklace, skill damage boost necklace. If I just spend some money to buff duration, okay. Skill damage boost. Might be able to buy. I wonder how much a Class of the Conqueror skill damage boost is. Probably like 400, 500, which I could buy. Get rid of that. This is just my hat. Gloves. Oh, my gloves are done. So I don't need to keep any of these then. Yeah, I don't know. And that's the other thing too. Long COVID is doing people in as well. Like it's really bad on your on men especially. So like my brother had COVID when he died, and the effect that COVID has on your heart, and like just like literal just strain and stuff on your heart as men, especially because you're more prone to heart issues. One second. Paste bait. Do I have more paste bait in here? I feel like I should have more than 1,000. I don't know how it's capped at 1,000, but I've been buying it. And they're like finding more and more like what's that called? Correlation? Is that the right word? Like between issues that, you know, men especially, but like women too, are having with like more increases in heart issues ever since COVID, because yes, it's just a cold, but it's also like really affecting people in ways that has not been completely discovered or whatever, like not been completely gone through yet. Okay, let's see. Pants. I don't even know what pants I'm supposed to be using. I don't remember what I was even gonna work towards. I think I go... Yeah, I was bringing this back up. PVE. Best field guide. Should probably switch my... to that. Okay, one second. I do like 3 things at once. Sorry, wrong thing. Okay, so solo AoE, and then touch and heal. This one is solo boss. I think I already have that set up. Pretty sure, except it was this. Solo boss, and then... I don't know, dude. I think we're just fucked. Like, it just sucks. Alright. COVID spike protein has an epitope in it that cross-reacts with heart muscle causing biochemicals. Yeah. And, I mean, there's just a lot of things, and it just is a compounding factor. Like, you're already at a higher risk of heart-related issues, higher blood pressure, and just other stressors on your heart as a male versus as a female. If you look at like the death rates of people and well, especially like causes and stuff, it's almost always like heart shit with men. It's something to do with your heart in one way or another, and that sucks. Like that really sucks. Your brother got COVID and had a heart attack, doing okay now. That's exactly what happened to my brother. He got COVID. He was not feeling well, and he had a heart attack and passed away. And um it's like they didn't know that he had COVID because he got tested. He like came home early from work because he was just feeling like garbage, and then at that point it's like, who knows if it's symptoms from COVID that you're feeling, or if it's symptoms of you're actually having a heart attack. Because when you, like, some of those symptoms on COVID are like they don't feel good at all. Like, obviously you're sick, but like, it's hard to distinguish what is actually a cause for concern. And I don't think that my brother thought that what he was experiencing was anything out of the ordinary. Like, which is sad to think, but it's like you're just so used to being like feeling like shit all the time, and you're like, whatever, like, this is something to do with COVID or what, like, he didn't know he had COVID. He just knew he had a cold or something. There was a cold going around. There was also COVID going around. And you always have times when you feel crappy and then it clears up. Exactly. And you're like, is this hospital worthy? I don't think so. I'll just take some NyQuil. Like, so he just, like, he got home from work in the morning. He took some NyQuil. He was like throwing up. He didn't feel good. He tried to take a bath. He didn't feel good. And then, he like threw up a couple times, and then he was like, whatever, I'm just gonna go lay down. I'm gonna go take a nap. And then he just had a heart attack, and when he laid down, he had a heart attack and he passed away because just got unlucky. Hard to tell when a situation real bad or just okay. Yeah, exactly. And then, like, you just have, I don't know, I always get, like, I forget what it's called, but like those, just like a pain in your chest, like a heart pain, and you're like, oh god, is this like, and this is me as a woman, and so it's like, is this something to be concerned about? But there's like, I can't remember what it's called. There's some like word for it, and it's like nothing nothing to be concerned about, but it sure makes it feel like it's something to be concerned about. How many people do we have? Info 68. I think that I have to leave this at 69 out of 70 for people to apply, because if it's at 70, then people can't apply. I think. I'm not positive. Okay, this guy's 2 days ago and he has 0 contribution at all. I feel like you casually get contribution. Oops, 3 days ago. Okay, we'll do this guy. 3 days ago. Spell from guild. Manage invitation list. Accept. Okay. Also the issue, chest pains are very common. Yeah, so then you're like, oh, like, is this something to be concerned about? My dad as well. Like, he knew something was wrong because he told my mom that they needed to go into the doctor. Like, we need to actually go into the doctor and get checked out this next week. The issue with my dad was he wasn't feeling well. We were all like, my dad passed away on my brother's memorial, the morning of my brother's memorial. So we were all very stressed. We were all working towards the end goal of, we're driving down, we're going to my brother's memorial. So my dad didn't feel good, but he didn't want to worry my mom because, it's fine. It's this weekend. It's this Sunday. We're, as soon as the kids leave, which is me and my sister, we'll go to the doctor. But he told my mom that on Saturday, that they need to go to the doctor. Like, he wants to go to the doctor this next week once we were gone. And so, like, I was flying in that night, and he passed away at like about midnight. And because we had just gotten there, and then we drove over to my brother's house. So we went to my parents' house, and then we drove to my brother's house, and then within like 15 minutes of getting there, my sister was calling me to come back. And but it's like, there's so much stress in that situation of you're preparing for a memorial in the first place, that anything else he was feeling, he just didn't want to cause more stress of I need to like do something, you know? So like I could see how that would get like pushed to the side, and it's what he did was just push it, you know, push it to we'll do this, we'll take care of this as soon as this is done. Like there's something that we're doing, we'll do this next kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. And so it's like, and then it's even more not a happy occasion because fuck us, I guess. These can have bags in them. I'm gonna try and get a bag. Well, we survived so many things. We always think the next thing will survive. Yeah, exactly. And then they just both happened to have such a massive heart attack that it didn't even matter. So my dad had every chance to come back and he wasn't able to, so it was just his time, unfortunately. Like, but I mean, my brother was unattended, is what they call it, and he was gone when they realized that something actually was wrong. My dad literally had CPR performed on him from my sister within like 30 seconds of him collapsing. So he had 100% the best chance. The like the EMS got there within like 5 minutes, and my sister had been performing CPR this whole time, and like he had they worked on him for over an hour trying to bring him back because he was really trying to come back, and the EMS were like, you know, they kept trying because it was obvious that he was trying to them. That's what they told my mom. And yeah, CPR, I mean, they make it look like it's it'll work kind of thing, but no, it really is very uncommon to come back from something like that. But he had, I take comfort in knowing that he had the best opportunity that he could have had. So, and I mean, I don't know, it sucks, but it's okay though. I'll see him again. Yeah, exactly. In TV land, it works every time. Well, and then they also like, oh, let me just get knocked out for like 20 minutes or 2 hours, and then I wake up. Oh, where am I? Like, excuse me, excuse me. If you get knocked out that long, you better be going to the hospital. Damn, I might have to give up the dream on this one. I don't think I'm gonna get a bag on this one. 25. I'll get to like 3. Oh my god, I'm so lucky. There we go. Alright. I'll go do these two. Oh wait, defeat sand turtles. We'll do the sand turtle ones first. Where's that at? Here. Traumatic brain injuries just to move the plot forward. Yeah, it's like, oh man, here, let me just get knocked out. Oh shoot, it's a event thing. I need to probably do this. Oh my gosh. I like how it's... Okay, 7 out of 12. Oh, pages right there. I'm like in my boss build, I think. I need to switch back to my AoE build. Alright. What merchants? Camel merchants, okay. Castle merchants, that's what we said. We'll go to castle, we'll turn these in, and then... And I think I could just leave, because this is one that I could just turn in and leave? Maybe? Possibly? Let's see. Oh, you got ads? Okay. I need to do one more dynamic lord. I wonder if I could just go do wolf one. I'd have you back. Alright. I'm just trying to do these 2 events. I got... Oh my gosh, I left that other one at 11 out of fucking... 11 out of 12, I should have noticed. Alright, we'll see. I can put 9 in here. I'm pretty sure these ones, since you just put it in... Oh yeah, and then 30 here. Cool. Okay. This is just people trying to get those things. I feel like you have to have the right build for that, though. Everyone just macros it. Go. I thought that was the thing. No clue. Okay. Alright, not that big a deal. We're gonna go to... Which is Ruins of Terrain. You find any good cat memes? Uh-oh. Can't do this right now. I don't want to do a Dominion event. I hate those. I'll just wait a couple minutes. Does Orcs have one? I'll do the Orc one. Thank God. Okay. It works. I don't know why your YouTube algorithm would have cat memes. That's crazy. Oh shit, it's that one. Can I get higher than this? I think so. Oh my god, I cannot believe I just landed on that. Okay. I've only ever been able to go over there and jump down to land on that before. Alright, I need brawlers. You go onto YouTube, click all the cat videos or something? Yeah, that's crazy. How dare they just assume that you're gonna want to watch a cat video? I got a mystic portal. Okay. Although, wait, one second. Where's the food store? I can't remember. Steel food crate? I feel like the food crates are in here. I could have swore the food crates were in here, but maybe it's the other one? Fuck it is. Mep, did you ever try out this game? Oh, I thought I was gonna miss that. You did in beta? Did you like it? Did you ever get to 50? Because, like, if you remember, I hated it the first couple days I was playing. Like, it felt really bad. But now that I know what I'm doing, it feels a lot better. You're not a big quester? Okay. Once you hit 50, you don't really have to do quests. Like, that for like I actually almost didn't play this game. I played it on like Sunday by myself, and then I just didn't like it. Like, I didn't know what I was doing, and I felt like I was too scared to like waste stuff that would be important later. But I actually helped I helped Relics like all weekend, and he's really enjoying it. So honestly I feel like you just need to be like handheld a little bit, and like someone just there to answer all your questions. Because like I really leaned on Icebox and Winning and Archie when I first started playing, but I felt silly to ask them stuff at the beginning, and I shouldn't have, because they're like all really knowledgeable. I should have just been like asking all the questions. If you want to try it, if you want to make a character on US East Chernobog, you can join our guild. We'll be in DHG. And then you can I can answer all your questions, and I can help you and bring you through if you want. Like, I think it's way better if you have someone who's helping you like figure out what the hell you're doing, because there's so much to learn that it just seems overwhelming if you're going at it by yourself without any like thing. You joined yesterday. They're super. Yeah, and I haven't really even helped you yet, Dracon. By the way, like I can answer your questions and stuff too if you ever have any questions, or if you're wondering what the hell you guys should be doing. Because like I'll be on Discord later. So like usually on stream I don't really like to be in Discord just because I haven't set everything up yet, but we could be in Discord and I could be answering your questions 100% of the time if you want. I don't mind answering questions. I'm not the most knowledgeable, but and that's so funny because the seeds have been, I didn't know where the heck to go, but now I know. So we go to the thing, you go a little to the right. You just have to be very fast. Like, I couldn't keep up on my other character, but this character, I got some points for us and stuff. But okay, I hope you have a great day, Mep, and I hope that you are able to like do the stuff you want to do, but don't overstress yourself, you know? It's not that big a deal if you have you're on this crusade to clean out your house. Everything you don't use on at least a monthly basis needs to be sold, donated, or thrown out. That's actually really smart, because then you have like less clutter and stuff. But don't push yourself too much to get rid of shit. But like you don't want to set yourself back by trying to move yourself forward. All right. Kill zombies and shit. But I'm definitely always down to answer your questions and stuff, Draken. If I don't know the answer, I will refer you to somebody who probably will know the answer. But I feel a lot more confident in this game over the past little bit. Tangled hair, spittle. Okay, so I probably know the answer, but if not, I will get someone who does. But I feel like this game is so much nicer when you have people helping you like that. Just to like know what you should be doing. But mostly just get to 50 first, and you're like fine. Pick your weapons that you want to do and then hit 50. Make sure you're using any of the training dues so they don't go to waste, because they'll expire. Oh man. Jesus, these guys hurt. Yeah, exactly. She always knows the answer. You just might have to wait a little while for him to tell it to you. No, winning. Winning is really good, and Icebox is really good for help with that as well. Okay, now I need Desperate Zombies Tangled Hair. But I'll definitely be on the Discord later today. I just actually have my kids' parent-teacher conferences a little after my stream ends, and then after that, I'll probably be on Discord for a while. I do want to be a lot more active on the Discord because I think it's nice to just be able to jump in and talk with people. I really enjoy playing games with my friends and actually talking with them, and even, like, you know, obviously making new friends and stuff. I feel like these games are much more fun when you're actually talking to the people you're playing with versus just typing. At least I like talking to people. All the dirt on the kids. No, I'm about to get admonished because I have been very, very bad at helping them do their homework. And they're like 7 and 9, and they don't want to do their homework themselves, obviously. So I'm sure that both of them are going to be like, oh, you know, we sent home a homework packet every week that they got to do. And I'm just going to be like, my bad. Like, they're doing good in school, but it's just, I'm like a bad influence on them. I don't make them do their homework, and I really don't care about it enough. Like, I should care more, but I'm just, instilling some bad habits in my children. It's fine. Hi, Sagi. Yes, I saw. Thank you for saying hey this morning. I wasn't sure if you were still there. I figured you had hopped off. I was I actually started stream. Usually I start stream when I'm sitting right here, but I was like running late today, so I started stream while I had to go brush my teeth and stuff, and so I was still getting ready. But I didn't want to like push it off too much. I wanted to make sure that I actually started. How's your day going, Sagi? You doing anything cool today? Okay. So I'm slowly filtering out people. So this guild had been set to accept everybody, just instant approval. So I'm trying to make sure that we're actually bringing in people that will like actually be active, because there's only 70 spots. I want to make sure that the people we have will be around. Why was this lit up? There's nothing here can be put in. Did all the homework you ever wanted to do as a kid and really don't want to do more now? Exactly. And they changed how to do everything. Like, I feel so stupid trying to do my kids' homework. They're in like 4th grade, and they're like, here, how do I do this, Mom? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, what do you mean? They're like, yeah, we gotta break it into these group things and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Like, how did you do it in class? I don't know. It's like, okay, that's not helpful. I don't know what you're doing either. Like, I don't know. Let's see. That's oh, Draconis, are you still there, by the way? In game you got 40 Tailor and 39 Blacksmith and 40 Carpenter. Wow, dang, you're like pushing it. That's crazy. Are you enjoying the patch, Soggy? I want to come back to it, but it's like I feel like there's nothing there to bring me back quite yet. Like, just because I don't really feel like pushing as much. I do need to like update my crafting guides and stuff, so I might just take some time. I keep saying this, but hopefully this weekend I can at least do some, because people now are commenting on my old videos and they're like, this doesn't work anymore. I don't know what you're talking about. You keep saying to use iron, but now all I see is bronze and tin and stuff. And I'm like, these videos are 4 months old that you are watching. So like they just recently updated, like I don't have the new videos out yet, which I haven't started working on them, to be honest. But like, I think it's funny though that people are like commenting, you can't do this anymore, and it's like, they are old videos now. You gotta kind of like cut me some slack, okay? Okay, so Draconis, something that you should be taking advantage of, by the way. You do have your Twitch linked to your account, right? So that you'll get your okay, yeah, all the recipes have changed. You can use iron to make silver jewelry. Steel picks have been changed to raw iron. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, there's a lot of stuff that's changed. I just haven't actually like looked into it. They changed like everything, and it's a lot to go through and like make videos for and stuff. And I do want to make like videos and stuff. Because I think it's really helpful to have that kind of information out there, but I just have been just so sucked into this game. But okay, so Draconis, if you go to your ornate coin shop, so if you hit shop and then ornate coins, some useful stuff you absolutely want to do, in priority of order, in my opinion, is you 100% want your ink. Actually, you want to just make sure that you get all this ink, because it's 100 a month. And we have like 20, so we have, it's the 20th, so you want to get your ink over anything else, because that will be the most important. If you have 100 ink, you can't, so you need 500 coins for that. You'll be able to lithograph 4 armor or accessory pieces, and you probably don't want to do weapons because that takes twice as much. Other than finding books, if you link your Twitch account, yeah, see you again, Soggy. Hope your workday goes quickly. If you've linked your Twitch account, you should be getting qualified for drops. They give you, I think this set of drops is 450. So if you hit shop right now in your thing and you hit storage chest, there should be items right here that you can claim if you have watched the full 8 hours of Twitch. So if your Twitch is linked, there should be something here. Another way is usually, so I'm expecting, hoping, praying that with this next, usually Throne and Liberty will mail ya some coins. So I'm hoping with this next, you can get rewards watching Twitch. You can. I should have drops enabled. I think everyone has drops. Let me verify. Let's see. Because you should have drops. Like, if you've been watching and you've watched a stream for 8 hours, you got the drops enabled message. Thank you, Mep. That helps. As soon as...
Stay a while and listen.
Interesting. Why was that doubled? Thank you for the follow, by the way. Where was that doubled? Now I'm confused. That should not have been Oh shit. Okay, you were on YouTube. That makes sense. Watch on Twitch. You need to watch 8 hours. I was reading you guys in the all chat. I didn't realize that was your YouTube one. So I will not be on the full 8 hours, but I'll rate it to somebody else who's streaming, so that you'll be able to just do that. If you just sit there, and you should do this on your wife's account too. Have her watch somebody. You could watch probably Canon. Canon is streaming. And but I'll raid into like someone else who's streaming at the end. But you'll get 8 hours, and then at the end of that, you will go to the shop, and then you'll say storage chest, and there should be like, after it's all linked, and it may take a couple minutes or whatever, but there'll be like some items here that you can claim, and I think it's 450. I'd have to double check the thing, but total it'll be about 450, and you only need 500. So if you can get 50 ornate coins from collecting some pages around, you should be good. The other thing is, usually on downtimes or whatever, they like give out ornate coins. So if you see here, a week ago they gave out like 1,200, so 1,200. You can only accept these on one character per region. So you have to make sure, if you have an alt and your main, you want to like split between whoever needs them more at that time, because you want to just, you know, make sure you're kind of evening it out so that you can at least get your inks each month. You'll let her know. We've been hunting all the dump books to get to little version. Yeah. Well, you should hunt those, because eventually you'll run out, and then you're just kind of hoping for them to send you some coins. This is the second time they've done Twitch drops. I can help you out off stream later too with one, because the first Twitch drops are gone now, but that I think gave 500 as well. But in the shop. So first things first, I 100% think you guys should get your ink first, just because this is the most valuable. Technically, you want these skill books too, but that's another 400 tokens you need. Highest priority is the enchanted ink, because the only way you get enchanted ink is you can get 100 a month from this ornate coin shop, and then you can get 50 a week from the from the contract ink, or sorry, the contract coin merchant. So when you're doing your contracts at level 50, you get all these things. You need 500 coins. You can get 50 enchanted ink each week. If you can get to 50 today, and you can then do some contracts, I 100% think you should try and get this 50 enchanted ink today as well, because once the restock happens, like you don't want to miss out on this first week. So even if you but you at the same time, so I should say, I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. At the same time, you're accruing contracts right now, 10 a day, but you don't want to do them until you're 50, because if you look at the lower level contracts, they don't give you as much stuff. But if you look at my contracts over here at Watcher's Post, this is where I do my contracts, just because they're very, very quick. But if you look at these, they give you 75k solent each contract, which is a lot. Like that's really nice. The lower ones will give way less materials and stuff. It'll only let you buy 20 of those potions max. Oh, you're talking about the ornate thing? You can only buy 20 at a time. So you just buy it, and then you buy it again. So you'll go like, you'll say max purchase, and then max purchase, until you hit 100. But it does only let you buy 20 at a time. But this is the most important thing. Then the second most important thing are, that's just for like a monthly thing. Something that you can do. You got 60? Perfect. Okay, so once you start getting your Twitch drops at 2, I think it's like 1 hour, 2 hour, or no, 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, something like that. So if you just like throw a stream on in the background, you can mute the tab if you are doing other stuff. That's usually what I do is I throw a stream on and I mute the tab, and or I'll do it like overnight. But you'll probably want to just do it today. I'll raid into somebody else who's streaming Throne and Liberty so that you'll be able to just sit on the same one. Have a good one, Mep. Love you. I hope that you get a lot of stuff accomplished today. The next thing that I'm going to tell you and blow your mind is you'll want to get these Precious Passive Skill Growth and Precious Active Skill Growth book. With these books, you're going to be able to get a lot of your skills, if not all of them, combined with the couple that you'll get from questing, to Purple 1 for free. Well, not free, it would just be with ornate coins, but it'll be really quick, and that will give you a huge increase in your damage while you're like leveling up and stuff. And how you do that is once you have some purple books, and if you happen to have a purple book right now or something from just doing a quest, then you could do this right now. Magic Potion, I don't need that. You will... I'll have a book on me. Let me see. There's one in storage. This is one of those things that Archie taught me, and I was like struggling. You'll need to get like some green books, but with your lower level quests, you should have quite a bit of these green books. Because you have to go from, let's see, okay, and you could do this with your growth stones as well, but I don't think you really need to do that quite yet. But just so you know, once you have a purple book, all you gotta do is hit dissolve. It takes a lot of solvent, so you kind of are going to be limited on your solent while you're leveling up, but this will help you a lot. So you see how there's 21 for me, there's 21 books up here, but it turns into 210 rare books. So you will want to do all 20 just to get stuff to purple 1. It wastes your first 20 books, but you will push all your skills to purple 1 that you need, like assuming you're following a build, which you should be. There are 2 websites that are really helpful for following a build. You could do that with like a lot of stuff too, but this is like the most beneficial thing. These passive and active skill books. Probably want to focus on your active ones first and then your passive ones. But the passives can be really strong. But your active ones will just actually give you a way easier time in leveling because you'll be able to push your stuff. So basically it goes to 5 on green, and then once you hit 6, it actually switches to blue. And then you level your blue to 6, and then it switches to purple. So then you just leave everything at purple 1, because you're not going to have your purple skill books. You're going to turn all of your purple skill books into blue skill books until you get the build that you want where everything is purple 1, and then you so like once you start getting close to only needing like one or skill left, I would not turn all of your books in. And so if you can split the stack, so you hit dissolve, and then you would click control, or what is it? Maybe it's shift. Yeah, shift. So if you click shift and you click on this, it will move. So for example, I'll put 20 back into my inventory, and now it's only going to dissolve 1 book for 56k. So a way to get solent is if you have a little bit of lucent. I don't know if you're going to be spending money on the game or not, but you don't have to. But if you have some lucent, it does help, obviously. But you can make all your lucent by just doing everything PVE. It just takes a little bit longer. But if you're ever out of solent, the easiest way to get solent is to just buy from the, I'm just getting to a spot where I can show you a vendor. The easiest way is to buy Marind. If you go to the auction house, you want to buy this precious Marind. That's actually super cheap right now, 4.8. But depending on how much lucent you have to spend on it, so you'll buy a couple of these. These give you, if you see, it says sale price 432. So if I were to buy one of these, 20. I don't really need that much, but I'll just do this one. You can't split stacks, so you kind of are at the mercy of how much people are selling at one time. All right, so here's 2. I'll just buy these 2 and I'll show you. Then you go and you can gather this stuff too and upgrade it into it. But anyways, so you hit sell and then you find this item, precious Marind, and you click on it and look. 2 of those cost me like 11 lucent, and it gets you 864k. So it seems like a lot, but you will be using all of that, because as you saw, if I was going to dissolve all 20 books, where did it go? Where did my books go? Dissolve and then shift. I'll do 2. So you're going to have 20 books, so it'd be 200 of that. You need 1.1 mil solid. So you technically need a lot to dissolve them. So you'll need like 2.5 mil to dissolve both of your purple books down. And you could do that with these armor growth stones as well, but I don't think you'll need to, because you should be okay with your growth stone books if you're doing like the quests and stuff. While you're leveling up and you do like the explorations and stuff, it should be giving you quite a bit of like the green and the blue books and whatnot. So you should hopefully be okay, but you just really pump easier by putting the skill books down from purple, at least just this first set. Next month with your coins and stuff, you won't have to dissolve them down because all of your skills will be at purple, and then you're just slowly working on leveling them from 1 to 5 based on importance and stuff. And so you won't want to dissolve, so you kind of want to be sparing on dissolving stuff down because it does hinder your progression later, but it just makes your progression right now extremely quick and much better. But you'll want to level your gear. I know it tells you to do like some quests and stuff where like, hey, level your item. Once you so green items can go to level 6. So you can see I have a green item here. Green items can go to level 6. Blue items can go to level 9, and purple items can go to level 9. So you do want to push all your green items first to level 6. And then as you get your chapter quests done, assuming you're following a guide, which you should be, you can follow like a leveling guide on Maxroll, and they usually are pretty helpful. So it's basically maxroll.gg or questlog.gg. They both have guides. Questlog is more like peer reviewed. Like if it's a good build, people will I'll show you. People will say, oh, this is a good build, and they like upvote it. So like Maxroll, you can get like a very hands-on, like here's all this information. It tells you how to do your rotation. You can choose like, oh, here's early game, here's, DPS and field guide bosses. For example, this is just the healer one, so you would have to find your own thing. So you'd go like build guides and click leveling. That way you're like leveling, and then whatever you want to be, DPS, healer, tank. And you could also just do I forget what you are actually on there. I think you're a staff. Let's see. Oh yeah, sorry, longbow dagger. Okay, so then you'll find a longbow dagger leveling guide. Here you go. You would just click this, and this will tell you like which pieces you want to grab too, which is very helpful when you're first starting off. If you want to go to quest log, questlog.gg is more peer reviewed, which is really, it can be hit or miss. Like you could find a really good build on here, or you could kind of like mess up, but you would just hit class and then you are a dagger. There you go, you're an infiltrator. And then you could say, you know, PVE, PvP, I'm guessing PVE or all purpose, but depending on what you want to do, PVE grinding. And then these are just people, although I would highly suggest Freshie, because Freshie GG is really good. I bet you he has a very good build, even though he doesn't have very many votes on it. Like 100% he is worth a look at. And then this one will tell you, oh look, he's actually very good at his. Most of them don't go this into detail on here from what I have seen, but I would actually suggest this one 100%. And then you can like look at the differences between these and stuff. But I would 100% look for Freshies on here. And then he shows you like everything about it. Builds. Does it have gear though? Skill builder. Maybe if you just click his name. Characters. Okay, so if you hit like him and then you say characters, you can look. Let's see. Tublek and PvP and PvE, mostly PvE, some PvE. He's very good, so I would suggest following Freshies for you personally, since you're a longbow dagger, and that's one of the things he does. So clearly, there's a lot of things to choose from, but PvE only expensive. Interesting. T1 in-game cheap, PvE only. These should be fairly easy to get, except for the Band of Universal Power. You just get lucky with that. But and then he'll show skills and equipment and like what you want and everything, and then your build and stuff. But like, so this one is a bit more in depth. Like questlog.gg is really good for like more in depth breakdowns on builds, and this is what a lot of people will use. And you can like set your own character up in here and like get stuff going and stuff, and see if other people would like your build as well. But there's a lot of creators and stuff in here that have made their builds already. But for when you're just leveling, I actually find the max roll to be very helpful too. But depending, I guess that depends though, because this guy, he has a lot of different builds here. So T1 early blue. So I would click this, and I would aim for this, depending on what the skills are. What's this? Description, cloned from, secret. Okay. PVE, and then you can like click this. It's a little harder to get like into it, but I would highly suggest looking up Freshie on questlog.gg, because he actually, like, these, if you look at the thing, so like in your event rewards, in your chapter rewards, I think you can select the Daggers of the Resistance, so I would select that. And there's a couple things in here that I'm pretty sure you select. Oh, never mind. Oh, yeah, maybe these Gladestalker boots you can select. I think the rest of it you have to farm, but all of these are very cheap, and it's actually really nice to start right now. As far as if you're like starting, if you start and you don't have to buy any Lucent or anything, but for example, Relics, he just started and he spent more money than he needed to, but he spent like 100 and $70 because he bought the little like pack, so the 100 and then the 50 and then the $20. Just these like one-time purchase packs in the shop. Because you get like so I've bought this one too, but you get a little bit of extra stuff with it versus just doing the 150 and the 20. So he bought one of each of these, but he hasn't used all his lucent yet either. But we just worked on gearing him up, and the fact that the majority of all of these blue traits right now are like between 10 and 20 when you're looking at everything. So let's see, like weapons, dagger. This is a bad example because these are the crafted version, but like all the extracts on most of these things are gonna be really cheap right now, especially so if you're just gearing up into blue gear and working towards better stuff. Let's see, here it is. So extract for any of this stuff, it's like between 10 and 30 for most stuff. And it's very cheap to like fully trait yourself in blue gear right now versus what it was a couple weeks ago. And of course you don't have to buy lucent. You can just go at a slower pace and farm it all yourself and you'll still be fine. But if you did buy a little bit, then we could completely trait you in blue gear and you'll be ready for... Oh my god, there's a book over here. You'll be... Sorry, I saw it glowing. You'll be like ready to go as soon as you hit 50. But you don't have to. You don't have to buy any lucent at all. I could still help you regardless if you have purchased lucent or not. It'll just take a little longer, but then you just have to farm your items and stuff, which is still not that bad. Alright, let's see. What do we want to do? I forgot what I was doing. Oh, I was probably... Oh, here's another tip, because you haven't needed to do this yet, but I'm actually just going to turn all of this into... not that one, but we'll turn all of this into dust. So I'll show you how to do that, except for like the useful ones. Oh, that's what I was doing. I'm so easily distracted. I was going to check the prices of the extracted stuff. So dust is something that you need for crafting. So I'll show you over here. The one thing I don't like about this town is everything is like so split. You have to do a big ol' U every time you want to do something different. So eventually you'll be crafting some stuff. And you'll need precious magic powder, but it's dust. And then like precious polished crystal, precious mana steel, all this stuff. You want to craft that. How you get that is breaking down items into dust. So you just dissolve it. You see how it gives you a chance for this, but also 10 rare. And if you see that though, that gives you 10 rare. If I were to put 2 in here, it gives you 20 rare. But if you were to take this, enchant it, since I have duplicates, you can either do this of 2 ways. So like if you have ranged evasion and ranged evasion, sorry, that's and ranged evasion, but they're different ants. This is kind of a bad example because these are both soul mirror, but if they were different ants, you could still double up the trait this way. But since these are different, I'm going to show you, we're going to go like this. So I don't need ranged evasion. I'm going to build endurance on this character. So I'm going to show you, I'm putting these 2 traits together, right? And you could do that this way too. Like I could have done 2 here instead of 2 here. Now that it's 2, let me find the one that I just did. This one. If I dissolve this, it gives me 35. Instead of 20. That's just because you put the two together. So before you dissolve anything, you want to try and put at least, one other trait. Just one other trait is good enough. And you will make yourself more dust that way. So then you enchant this. This one. And I'll show you too. So this is magic evasion, that's magic evasion. I'm going to put those two together. And if you go here and I hit dissolve, 35, it still counts. So that could have been two different items, but still pants. And I put them together and it still gives you the correct one. So I'm going to dissolve these two so I don't mess it up. But now they give 70 instead of 40 because it would have been 4 items. I'm pretty sure. So let me double check though. Is that? Did I just equip that? No. Okay. I'm gonna double check right here on stream because I actually don't know. So this makes it 35, and if I go, oh wait, never mind. I have more. Oh, endurance. I want those. Endurance, debuff duration. Let me see. This is putting 3 things into one. I don't know if you need to put 3. Like I think the sweet spot is 2, but let's see. If I dissolve this, it's 60. So it would be 35 plus 15, right? So that gave... That's still worth it then, right? I'm really bad with math, so like that should still be worth it because it would have been 10, 20, 30 if it was 3 items, or like 2 items was 35. Right? Okay, what's that? 2 items. It's 20. Sorry, it would have been 20. And then 2 items combined was 35. And then plus the third item was 15 extra. So, yeah, it still works, I guess. If one is 20, then 3 is worth. So 20, 20, 20. Yeah. You're right. So 60. So it's just however you want to combine it down. I could also have... I'll show you with the gloves. But, like, if you just need powder. I just want a little bit of powder. These are all about... let's see. So if I look at the trait list, and I say... What is this? Magic endurance? Magic endurance. And then I click rare, because it's a blue item. And then I click hands, because that's what I'm doing. They're all 10. So you're not really going to make much money off that. But if it was worth more, you could trait extract it with your trait extract stone. And it takes 5. You want it to like actually be worth it though. That at 10, it's not really worth it. But you'll see like in my, shit, I miss bosses. I am so good at missing bosses. Oh well. I need to set alarms every time. But okay. If you look at my auction house history, I have been extracting stuff the last couple days, even though they're like 15 or 10 or whatever, just to make a little bit more lucent. But you probably could just like if you need lucent. I needed lucent because I actually was down to like 400 something, but it's not the best. A lot of these though, I was like, okay, 27, that's good. I think I got like 21 actually, so it's not too bad. But like the way that I was actually making money was crafting, and I put that on hold because I don't want to waste my ink and like waste it all right before this patch on Thursday, where there's going to be new items that we can craft and stuff. But if you'll see, I crafted and I great successed. There's a 20% chance to get a great success every time you craft. These were failed crafts, and I just took the extract from it and I sold the extract. But these are the actual item great success. I could sell the item itself. I got lucky with max health. I sold it for 1,000, and I got 780. This one, same thing. I got lucky with a useful trait, and I sold it, and I got about 1,000. This one was, I think, my bigger sale, and it was same thing. I got a useful trait on these gloves, sold it for 3,500. I got 2,700 because of the tax. And then I did the gloves again, and they were like way cheaper. They had dropped like 1,000, but I still got 1,900. These sold 100 times. It only counts your last 100 sales. I was up to like 20 something thousand lucent on this character. I have probably another. I'll just check it real quick because I need to reset my Amatoy anyways. But my other character, I was at like not as close as, or not as high as that one, but I've made quite a lot of lucent. I've just spent it on stuff in game, like obviously like skins and gearing up both of my characters and stuff. But let me see. Set this, and then if I hit my auction house sell history on this one, I'm at 10k right now for 68 sales. So this one I have mostly just done extracts on, but I do have some crafts. These are all failed crafts, but like this one I sold a little less profit. This one sold. It's like it just depends on how lucky you get. This one sold. So it's like I have found that I like to make my money gambling just because I like to gamble anyways. But it's not the easiest way to make money because you have to have someone to buy the item. And if you don't get lucky, then it's an item that you probably don't need. So a way to get around that is I was just trying to craft items that I was actually using myself, after I decided that that's the smart thing to do. So that I was crafting like, oh, I'm crafting this sapphire dimensional band on this character and the other character, because if I get a useful trait on it, then that can't be sold, then I'll just use it. Or if I get a greater success, then I'll sell the item. But the prices on like everything have gone down quite a bit, and now I think people are just trying to hold on to their lucent because with the update that's happening, with the new dungeons coming out on Thursday, it should be distribution. Oh, where did they get that? This price. I don't know. I think that you should save your stuff, but that's why I'm trying to get you to do your ink. If you're still here, by the way, Draken, I don't know if you're actually still listening, but yeah, you want to save your ink because we'll be doing, as soon as you hit 2,500 plus gear score, we'll be able to do the new dungeons, and then you'll be able to have a chance at getting these boss drop items that and just check back, because remember, today you're watching these streams, you'll get some more coins as that whole 8 hours progresses. You should get, I think, 450, and that will get you the rest of the ink for this month. And I'm hoping that they will usually it's like each week when they do their update, they send out another one of those, all right, servers are up, here's some, here's for the downtime, and they give you like some coins, which is nice. That way you can still get like a bit of an influx of coins. And I would think that they probably are going to give some kind of coin reward around the end of the month too, because people will need to refresh and stuff. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. Let's see. But oh yeah, I should probably just trade this out, to be honest. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was going to do this. Clasp of the Conqueror skill damage boost. How much does that cost? 340. Ugh. I want it, but like I only have 800, so I don't know if it's worth buying. How much is this one? That I would just do. Max health, max health. Buff duration, skill damage boost, max. $25. 53. Ooh, that one's even more expensive. $27. Okay. All right. I think we unlock these. Excuse me. God, excuse me. Let's see. Max health. I'm gonna upgrade this one. %56 chance. Nice. Okay, that worked. Excuse me. Sorry. Alright. I probably should have done that the other way around and done a max health instead of the buff duration. I totally did that wrong. I was thinking it was the skill damage boost one. But that's okay. Okay. I think I am just gonna buy this damn thing. Trait list, skill damage boost. 340. Yeah, they are pretty sassy. They'll be like, oh, I was just gonna say, or like, if you have the one with the horns on it, I was using that one for a while until I got this little dark Shakal one. This one is like very shy, but like the other one, with the horns, he's just like, oh, you should, like talks about how his horns, many foes have been bloodied by these horns and kind of like stuff like that. It's so funny. All right, here we go. $30, so that'd be 40. 2% chance. Damn. usually when you're building up your blessing, you don't want to do that, obviously. You want to get as close to possible. But it's okay. I was impatient. And I paid for it, and that's all right. Max health. This one needs to be extracted. Let's see. Trait list. Yeah, exactly. I could have kept my stuff there, but I got impatient. It's all 10. Okay, I'm just gonna. Oh, I messed up there. I guess I could just stick those two together. Magic endurance, magic endurance. Stick these three together. Okay. And so straight. Oh my gosh. Is it really only 10? I could have just fucking dust out of that too. These are totally not gonna sell. Hi Epi. I'm doing good. It's like 10:30. My kids get out of school at noon again. I have like a parent teacher conference with both of their teachers later in the day afterwards. That's why they have minimum days all week this week, because it's parent teacher conference. So. And just hanging out, having fun, and we'll be to go soon. Yeah, well, I mean, it's just to show you where your kid is standing and stuff, so it's good. It's needed, I guess. I'm gonna do cooking that, and I think it's time to do some dungeons. 36. Oh, maybe I go do the dungeons on my other character, because I'm at 4,500. I want to make sure I actually do. Certainly don't miss those parent-teacher conferences. Yeah. I mean, they're not too bad. My kids are in first grade and fourth grade, so they're really not like anything crazy. Still, which is nice. All right, let's see. We need. Oh, you know what? I was gonna fully trade out this weapon. I should probably do that. Critical hit chance. I don't think I even have enough. 500? I might be able to. It turns out that she needed to be in more challenging classes. That's usually how it goes, I feel like. To be honest. They're like they're like, you know, the kid's just not engaging in class and stuff, and it's just because they're bored. They're just bored out of their mind. All right, guys, 72. Okay, just because that was the last one. We're gonna do heavy attack. No, hit chance. Hit chance. We need hit chance. It's probably cheaper. Great list. Hit chance. 13. I do need to make some Lucent. I'm planning on making Lucent tomorrow. Wait, today's Wednesday? Yeah, tomorrow with the new patch, so it'll hopefully be okay. Hopefully. Maybe. Assuming we get lucky, which I guess is also up to luck. Nice. Nice. Alright, well, we got 2 upgrades. I think I'm going to try some critical hit chances. Although maybe I don't know. I could just use all my Lucent, it's fine. There. By 10. Yep. What? Something has to hit. Or we'll just get really unlucky. Alright, so we'll buy 1 heavy attack chance. And use our blessing. This is the Tublix bow. It's more PVE, obviously. I'm a healer, so I'm just using the Tublix because it has cooldown speed on it and dex. I think that's pretty useful. I technically, I just cannot get the Carnix one to drop. And I already have this one, mostly traded out, so I'm gonna trade it out all the way anyways. But as a healer, I feel like cooldown speed, that's useful. I just don't get the... what's Carnix do again? Carnix is more range. That's useful for everybody, but I don't know. This, I just happened to get Tublix first. I was sitting with my other one for so long. I finally got Tublix. I've ran Carnix quite a lot, and I just cannot get it to drop. I guess I could craft the Carnix, right now, possibly? Yeah, I could craft Carnix, but I don't know. I don't have the Lucent at the moment to trade it up anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. I would still be in the same boat of not having a fully traded weapon. So, I was just using this one since I already have it, and it's level 9, and, should be okay. But, ideally, I do want the Carnix one over this one. But I'll just have both of them. And, go from there. Alright, so we're gonna do... I'm gonna switch to my other character, and we're gonna just spam some dungeons. I do also have to verify. I finished all my contracts on this character. I need to double check and see. I think I'm at 40 or something on this character, so I might actually just spam some contracts. But that's boring. I do need to just do dungeons too. I'm at 4,500 tokens, and I need to get clear those. I will check real quick. Sir. $41. I'll be fine. I could do those later today. Wait. I should probably attempt that. Or I think I was waiting. Buff duration. Not as lucky today as it was yesterday, but that's okay. Alright, we're just gonna do some dungeons, I think. Heals. Okay. What level are your weapons, by the way, Epi? If you've been playing, like, since the beginning. Because I feel like I'm doing okay. I'm 11 and 11. Technically, I have my... How do I look at this? Yeah. Technically, I have my longbow to 8 on this as well, which is kind of a bit of wasted XP, but if you look, like, the difference in XP between my dagger and my wand is this level 8 longbow, which is only, like, this much? This much? Like a third, a quarter of the bar, maybe? So, they're not too bad. My other one, my skills are at 12, so I feel like it's not even that far behind playing both of these characters. Okay, let's do dungeons. Hopefully get something useful that we can just sell and make some lucent. Also, are you online, Epi? Because if you want to run some dungeons, like random queue dungeons, we can. Might be burning, like quite a bit of this. Probably just do dungeons the next hour and a half. Where's my mouse? There it is. Those at 13 and your staff is at 12. So you messed up and was playing staff greatsword until you were level 48. So wasted a lot of training doing XP. Yeah, that's what kind of happened to me. Shit. I forgot. I was banning that fucking bot, and the party went on without me. Should be fighting. Or not. Oh, they just went on. Not online at work right now. Makes sense. I'm pretty sure you were at work yesterday too, so. It's, you know, it's work time. It's understandable. Alright, are we only 5? Fuck, okay. I'm going to... Are we party matchmaking? We are in pictures. Okay. Just do it before the boss then. Hi, Winning. How is your day going? That's loud. See, is anyone gonna stun anything? Winning, before I'm dumb about this, Dagger does not have a stun, right? And Wand does not have a stun, right? You just got home from errands? Nice. Dagger does not have a stun. Okay. And Wand does not have a stun, right? Does Longbow have a stun? I don't think so, right? I just want to make sure that I'm not the dummy when things like this happen in the like the new dungeons. Only stuns are on sword and shield and greatsword. Okay, perfect. I thought so. But I just want to confirm. I have not played all the other classes. I don't know what exactly all their skills do. Oh god, he didn't get him off the edge there.
This is a great victory indeed.
I am sorry that is doubling. I have to figure out why that is doubling. I don't know why it is doing that. Everything was fine for the longest time, and now it's doubled. So clearly I messed something up, and I'll have to figure that out. They have roots. Does that count as a stun, though? I don't think so. At that part, you need to stun that guy. Root is not a stun. Okay, I didn't think so. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know how that... I'm pretty sure I landed on that, but it immediately kicked me out of it, so... And everyone got stuck. Wonderful. Literally everyone. Alright, guys, am I gonna solo it? Let's see. It take a little time. Can I even do this next one? I either have to do it and, like, kill it completely, or I'm dead at this next thing anyways, right? Oh, that sucks. It's like, I'm gonna turn into a chicken. Nope. Okay. No! Damn it. You can't do the mechanics solo. That's so unfortunate. Okay, well. It's okay. I cannot believe everybody got stuck on the wall there. That's unfortunate. I was so close to death, too. Alright, we will prevent that next time. We're gonna use a fried egg. One more damage. Yes, dungeons. When do you get home, Adam? This is on my other character. Don't worry, I have plenty of tokens to do dungeons with you. When you get home, too. These guys are bots. They're not, but like, they're fucking just sitting there, taking all this damage for no reason. You want to update on my day? My day's going really well, actually. I was chatting with Mep earlier. It was really fun. Been chatting with, okay, I'm just gonna buff myself, to be honest. I clearly cannot trust these guys to not die. And it's going really good. I just got, I was doing some stuff on my other character, and I decided I should, oh my gosh. Decided I should, burn all my tokens. Oh my gosh, guys. This guy does not get the mechs, I don't think. Okay. Oh, I fucked up. Let's say that. I was trying to go to that one, and I saw them over there, and... it's okay. Only one person died there. Should be fine. Much better. If I had, like, more damage, I think I would have been okay there. I just didn't... I couldn't finish it off that last time, but... How's your day going, Relics? And how's your day going, Winning? You finished all your errands, so, like... Things going good? Besides your errands? Or, like, with your errands? I don't know if it's worth spamming dungeons. Dungeons are more fun. I can spam dungeons, or I can do the... I can do dungeons, or I could spam my contracts, but I feel like dungeons are more fun. I get some soup and then booting up stream for 1 p.m. Mountain. Nice. I'll stream into you later because I'm only on until noon Pacific Standard Time because the girls have minimum days, so I'll be hopping off in about an hour and 15 minutes. No, I want to because then I can, I mean, there's not that many people watching, but at least the people watching will be able to go still get their drops. We got people who are trying to get their drops, so I want to stream into somebody, and I like streaming into my, or like raiding into my friends. regardless of how many people are there, I think it's nice to at least raid into somebody. I haven't been... Someone just left? God, these guys are gonna auto-path me into these walls. I hope that they fix that in that it can be something that's a little more passive. If you've readied up, you're like just good and you don't have to ready up again and again and again and again. Because when you're like trying to fill in your party again, it gets so annoying mid-dungeon to be like, oops, like there goes... Who's that? Oh. There goes like a bunch of time. You'll be home in 3.5 hours? Alright, cool. I have parent-teacher conferences, Adam, at about that time, but they should only be about like an hour or something, and then I'll be on the rest of the night. You know what's funny is this character feels so slow compared to my other one. I might switch my gear all around just to do the two-piece, or like at least those shoes. The fucking Ascended Guardian shoes are OP, man. They're so... They are so quick. I feel like I'm just like a speed demon wearing those shoes. But what are you up to today, Winning? If you're still here. I know you said you were gonna go get soup. But if you're still here, what are you gonna be doing on your stream? Because I'm here for another hour and 15 minutes. So depending on if you start up before that, maybe we could do dungeons or something. And if you want to spam some with, like, you know, burn some of your tokens before tomorrow. Or if not, that's okay too. Just gaming some Throne? Okay. Try some ranked arenas. Okay. Yeah, definitely have fun with that then. I don't know what way to go. Okay. Wow, I didn't know you could do that. I'm gonna forget about that, but that's cool that you can go just straight up. Avoid that shit. Oh, he's run. Oh, he's blinking to us. That's not smart, dude. Okay. We definitely needed to, okay, wait. To ask him, beforehand what he was doing with that. I almost asked. Okay, okay. Just reset. He jumped to the wrong side, I feel like. Was he trying to jump that way? Like, dash doesn't always work? Okay. Did he say if anyone mostly range can get the wall, I gotta run in for grace or degress? Okay. Okay. Okay, when do the 2-star come dungeon? It's this Thursday. Like, tomorrow. Right? It's Wednesday. Shit. Okay, he's going that way. Can't hit that guy over there. Okay. Night after maintenance, yeah. So, like, what time does maintenance usually pop up? Oh, by the way, you said it's like midnight or something, right? Because I always, like, it always, like, seems to happen as I am heading off for the night. That reminded me, I need to switch my settings. I have... 9 p.m.-ish mountain time, give or take an hour or two. That's when it starts, or that's when it ends? Cancel by clicking. I do have that checked. I feel like it's working right on this character, but maybe it is. It's usually 4+ hours. Okay. It should be, yeah, because he's, mountain time is 1 hour ahead of us, right? It's, for example, it's almost 11 o'clock right now. It's almost noon for you, right, Winning? Just verifying. Four minutes until noon? Okay, so 9, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About midnight for us is when it usually pops back up. Midnight-ish. midnight to 1 or whatever. And I wish it was like on a Friday night. That would be terrible for the game though, because everyone would stay up on Fridays, but like I can't stay up that late because I have to. Maybe I will though, to be honest. Maybe I just stay up late. And then me and you run those dungeons real quick, and then we sell our stuff, and then I just go to bed right after. We could do that. At least on like one character to do like 2 dungeons real quick. And then I save my other 2 for when Relics gets off work. I don't know. I'll have to see. I don't. Sometimes I stay up later than that on school nights, anyways. But I just hate it in the morning because the girls are always like so. So fun in the morning. They hate getting up in the morning, which I don't blame them because I don't like getting up in the morning, especially for school. Nobody wants to go to school. Keys. Auto move to interact. I feel like I have something set wrong, and so I'm just looking at my settings real quick because it feels different between this character and the other one. Do you know if your are all your settings shared between? Is it like your account or is it your characters? Because I feel like I have never actually looked at the difference between my 2 characters, but this feels different than my other character. So I don't know if I have something selected on that character that is not. Hate getting up in the morning. You love it. You hate going to sleep. You have a hard time turning your brain off. Yeah, so I always have a hard time going to sleep as well, Ebby. Like I always have, and it's just really, really, really hard to fall asleep unless I'm like, I don't know. I don't like sometimes. There's a very rare chance sometimes that I'll be in the middle of something and I will fall asleep. Like if I'm watching a movie or watching a TV show late at night, and then I just pass out during it. But usually I just lay there, and I have was that tinnitus or whatever? So I got like ringing in my ear, and the it's like so hard to fall asleep with my ears ringing, or like all of a sudden they get like really loud, and I'm like, really? It's really annoying because on the other end of that, my husband literally will just rest his head and he's out. Like he just like, oh yeah, whatever, blah blah blah. Pass out, fall asleep, whatever. No big deal. And I just lay there and I cannot fall asleep. Let's see. I just I wish I could fall asleep quicker. But I hate getting up in the morning because I'm always tired. It doesn't matter. There's only like the rare time where you wake up and you feel refreshed, and it's usually you fall asleep and then you wake up like 20 minutes later and you're like, oh man, I'm ready for the day, and then you realize it's like 2 in the morning or something, and you have to get up at 7, or it's 2 in the morning, you have to get up at 6 or whatever, and you're like, oh crap, and then I fucking can't fall back asleep. Like my kids will wake me up in the middle of the night. You used to be that way when you were a kid. You could fall asleep through anything. Now you have no problem sleeping through earthquakes. But if somebody walks in your room, you can feel their eyeballs and you wake up instantly. I used to be the heaviest sleeper. Like it would take me forever to fall asleep. But when I was asleep, you couldn't wake me up for shit. And as soon as I had kids, that went away. So now I take forever to sleep and I wake up at the slightest sound. I'm constantly like, my ears are just constantly searching for my kids crying or something, or like throwing up in the middle of the night so that I like can hear that they're okay and they're there. And it's really annoying because my kids will wake me up. For example, my kids will wake me up to ask me if they can have a drink of my water that's laying next to my or like on the nightstand next to me. But instead of just taking a drink of water when I'm sleeping, I'm clearly sleeping, they nudge me, they wake me up and say, "Mom, can I have some of your water?" And I'm like, what the fuck? Just fucking take it. Like, if I'm sleeping, leave me alone, kind of thing. Because then I wake up and I am just up for another like hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever, just laying there, like, thanks. It's like, and I can't be mad at them because they're kids and I have asked them to ask me to use my stuff. So it's like they're listening to what I'm saying, but it's like context, I guess. Like, if I'm sleeping, please don't wake me up, kind of thing. Okay. Feel like that's fine. I feel like I had something set wrong because like when I'm sitting there and I'm trying to cast trying to cast on something. Maybe it's just because I'm melee. Because that works. So maybe I'm just not targeting correctly. I bet you that's it. We'll blame me for that, that's fine. Okay, so let's see. You're definitely not a light sleeper. You have your phone connected to Bluetooth and it's usually playing someone's stream. And then you have a movie going as well, and you have the radio on, all to try and wear out my brain and make it focus on multiple things at once, so noise doesn't bother me when sleeping. It's just when I feel the presence of someone. Yeah. And I mean, you said you had kids, right? So I was like, kids are really good at that. My kids will just come into the room and they will just stare at me because they're like thinking if they want to wake me up or not, and like I will wake up. I understand exactly what you mean. Like, if there's someone there in your vicinity, like I'm already like raised alert, red, you know, like something's happening, like they just fucking will just sit there. And then my youngest, she just comes up and she'll just nudge me like, hey, but she doesn't say anything, she just nudges me. And so then I wake up and I'm like, I have that like split second of like why am I awake? And then oh yeah, that actually reminded me. Sorry, I'm very easily distracted. I need to figure out why it's playing twice on this thing. Give me a second. I need sources. Which alerts? Yes. Why was the sound playing twice? Be in. So I don't know. They're just weird. They always like freak me out in the middle of the night because they wake me up. And then like my husband doesn't wake up at all. Like sometimes he will, but like usually he's not. He doesn't wake up, and then I'll be all exhausted. He used to wake up more because he has sleep apnea, but now that we have his machine and everything, he usually gets like way better sleep, which is great. But what a concept, you know, you're not dying multiple times a night, like gasping for air and shit. All right, let's see. I don't know why it's doing it twice. It's Twitch. It was a Twitch alert. should be. So. I don't get it. All of these are set to off. Let me double check. Profile. It just reminded me that the subs sounds were playing twice, so. Settings. We were worried. So I was worried about the machine, thinking it was going to be like loud and annoying because my uncle had sleep apnea and his machine was super loud. I just remember hearing it all throughout the house, and I was like, this is going to be so annoying. Obviously, your health is more important than me being annoyed about a machine, but holy shit, the machines are so quiet. Like, it's the difference between him snoring and the machine, like the machine with it breathing like or pushing air into his nose and everything is so much quieter than his actual snores when he's sleeping. So I wonder, because that what's going on with this could be. Here's where my lack of streaming knowledge is coming in. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe, do I have OBS open here? Maybe it pulled it because it pulled it from here. So if I close this, then I have to test that in, because it was a Twitch one, or probably I was using OBS, and I'm using Botrix to get my YouTube alerts to sound on my stream. And this is just a, are you subscribed, or are you just following me, by the way? Can you like unfollow me, Epi, and refollow me just so I can see if this plays double? I honestly think it was because I had OBS open on my computer, because everything my streaming computer, I'm trying to say this the right way. My gaming computer sends all my sound.
Stay a while and listen.
There we go. It's just single. So it's because I had OBS open. So my streaming, thank you for that, by the way. My stream computer pulls every sound from my gaming computer over to the stream computer, and then it sends it back to me. And since I had OBS open on this, or on my game computer, it actually pulled that sound of the alert and just doubled it. That's what was happening. Okay. I figured it out. We're good. There's probably an easier way to set this up, but I am not that technically enabled, I guess. Let's see. I'm gonna actually turn these off. Here. You hook up your capture card in your gaming PC or in your streaming PC. So I am using a I forget what it's called. 1 second. I'm using a Cam Link. I actually have 2 of them. So it's just a little USB, and this is plugged in to my graphics card on my gaming computer, and then it's just duplicating my monitor, like this monitor that I'm looking at. It's duplicating that into the capture card, and the capture card is pulling that over to my stream computer, and so everything on my game desktop is just being pushed through the capture card into the second one. I have 2 of them because they were like really, really cheap. I think I got them for like $45 each or $25 each. It was something like ridiculously cheap at our local exchange. I don't know why they had them on sale, but they were like supposed to be like $100 and they were like $25. And so I just bought two. And I do have a better camera, but I fucked up the settings on it, and I actually just need to go through and like reset my stream thing again. But I fucked up the settings and it wasn't pulling through to my stream computer, and I could not figure out how to do that. So I just switched back to my little Logitech webcam, and I have not switched it back. But I'm going to I think this weekend, just because I don't want to mess things up over like this next day or two. But I had like moved everything around, and my microphone is like right here, and I think I might move it so it's like coming up from the side again, underneath. You have a Logitech C922? Yeah, I love this. Like, it's so good for like what you get it for. I've literally had this since before I met my husband. I've had it for like 12 or 13 years now, and yeah, like 12 years, and it still works great. Like, it's all you really need for streaming, and it's like they have like a newer version of it now, but it literally is the same thing. So like, it's just such a great little camera. But the other camera I have, oh, let me see, is my husband is always into like buying all this like crazy cool stuff. So I have an actually really nice camera with a good lens and like all this shit. I don't remember what it's called. What is this? A Sony something 5000. I don't know. Oh, Sony A5000. And I was using that, but then I fucked something up on it. I fucked up some setting on it, and I could not figure out how to get it to pull back through. So I just have to actually like have my husband help me with this too, because I am not the most technically able. I feel like every time I try to touch something, like something else goes wrong. My husband will literally like, I'll be having this issue. I will restart my computer. I'll do all this stuff, and it just nothing will, work. I'm like Googling it. I try and fix it. Nothing works. He literally comes over and he does the exact same fucking thing that I just did. And then it works for him and it doesn't work for me. And I just feel like electronics just love my husband, and they just hate me every step of the way. But I could definitely go through and set my stream up better. I'm just like still learning. And then I look at like Arshi's stream, and like he's such a good entertainer, and he's like so good at all the different like cameras, and everything in his room looks so cool and everything. And I'm like, man, I want to be like a fraction as good as Arshi is on the quality of the stream and stuff. I've definitely hit him up to ask him how to do some stuff. Oh, shit. I like how I can get the longbow from Shakile, but I can't get the fucking one from Carnix. His setup is absolutely insane, but it's not even just the setup. It's the setup plus the fact that he is like perfect as a streamer, in my opinion. He is like so entertaining. He's so funny that it's like you just feel like really good watching his streams. Like, it's so like he's just like he's on top of it. He's such a good he is like the perfect streamer, I feel like. I'm surprised he doesn't have more of a following. He could easily, well, I shouldn't say easily because it is really hard, but like he's doing really good on Throne, and so I'm really happy for him. That's how your niece is. Your daughter is constantly fixing your PC. Yeah, exactly. He does winning. Like, with the quality that he puts out there, like he's just like the perfect entertainer. And I think that's also just his personality of just the type of person he is. Like, it's not an act, obviously. You've met him too, Winning. But, like, it's not like he's just, like, this miserable person in real life, and then, like, on stream, he's, like, this cool, funny dude or whatever. Like, he's exactly like that in real life. And, it's cool to see that. I can't believe I got this. I feel like max mana. I'm just gonna put that in the lithograph, I think. Oh yeah, I am. Definitely. Put that in the lithograph. But like, if I would not be surprised to see him with like a ton of more followers and like viewers and everything. And I hope that he sticks with it and stuff, because I really think that he could be like a very big streamer and not lose like what people want to see out of it, I guess. Setup is cool as shit, but that's also something that you have to work towards. Like, it's not something that just happens. It's set up immediately. So you got $1,000 plus $1,000. Somebody, yeah, to have someone. That's true. That's true. And then like he's really good at all the technical stuff too. So like I'm still learning. Sorry, my ears itchy. I'm still learning how to do everything, and like obviously my setup is like nowhere near as cool, but like it's functional. It works, and you don't need a lot to stream. You just need a camera and a microphone and a computer that's good enough to stream and play at the same time. And Winning, I have a question for you, because I am constantly crashing and I don't get it, because nobody else is crashing. I have updated all my drivers and I have a good computer, and I just crash. I send and close every time, because if I hit send and restart, it just it like says something about easy anti-cheat or whatever, and I don't know, should I be like making note of like what the crash says, because I feel like they're always the same crash, and I don't get it. It's just some Unreal Engine crash every time. It doesn't matter what I do, I will just crash multiple times a day. Do you crash? Does your game crash? Like, I don't get it. Like, Relix has been playing, and we've been like constantly on Discord, and I will crash and he will not, and we're doing the same exact thing, and like I don't get it. Nothing. It's not like an error popping up on my computer or anything. Not recently. Okay, because like when I first was playing a couple weeks back, I was not crashing at all. The anti-cheat. So I finally, because I had been doing send and close, send and close, send and close. Last night I did send and reopen or whatever, and I was like, oh, okay. But then I was like trying to log in, and it's like kicked due to easy anti-cheat. I was like, what the heck? So then I like tried to relog, and it's like kicked due to easy anti-cheat. So then I just exited out the game and launched it again, and it was like totally fine. I was like, okay, weird. But like I don't understand what the crash is, because I'll be doing anything like that. I just literally stepped forward in the town and I crashed. Otherwise I'll be like, it's just really random when I crash. And sometimes I'll just be sitting in town. I will go to eat, or go to the bathroom, and I'll come back and my game has crashed with the thing. Temps maybe? I don't think so. Like, I feel like my temps are good, and I had thought about that. I actually blew out my computers and made sure there's like no dust and stuff in there, and I'm still getting the same issue. One, I verified my files. Here, I will show you right now. Exit game. I verified my files because I was like, maybe I need to verify the files. Literally everything verified. It didn't re-download anything, and it said nothing was bad. Installed files, verify integrity. It took a little while, and then it was like, yep, everything's good. Hopefully it will find something. I was hoping that it would, and like all my drivers are up to date. All my, I restarted my computer. I have a decent computer. Like, shut it completely down and then re-log in? Okay. I'll check that. I'll try that. But, like, it didn't find anything wrong with it. So, like, I don't know. But it's like, it seems like last week's update, whatever they did last week, I've been crashing so much more. Than the last few weeks. Like, I'd maybe crash a couple times over the last like month, and then like this whole last week I've just been crashing so much, at least once a day, like if not more. And it's not like I'm doing the same thing each time I crash, because I was like, well, maybe there's like some sprite or something that is making me crash, but I don't think... I think I've been playing on both of my characters too, and I've been crashing, and I don't have the same, like, one's a dude, one's a girl, and then they have different morphs on and everything. So it's like, I don't get it. I don't know what's making me crash, but it's really frustrating. And it happens like at idle or if I'm doing stuff too, because like I said, I will like be sitting in town and I'm like downstairs like cooking something to eat real quick, and then I come back up and it's like, oh, you crashed to desktop and stuff. So I don't know, it's fucking weird. But, like, I want it to find something that's wrong with it. I want to fucking... Oh. Did it just verify everything? It's done? It's good? Installed correctly, okay. I don't know. I don't know. It didn't find anything. Again. You said exit out of Steam. Second. Okay. I thought I was gonna have to like relog in, but apparently it just saved it all, so. But I mean, I've definitely closed Steam completely too, and then I've also like restarted my computer and like all these different things, and I just don't get it. Because maybe I'll just keep note of like what is actually the error code next time, because I keep just sending send and close, and maybe I'll have to like take a screenshot and like save it myself just to see if I'm getting the same one each time. And if I'm getting the same one, maybe I'll be able to Google it and see what other people are saying of that. Because like if it is I mean, maybe it's a temperature thing, but like I don't know, because like my computer is under my desk, and it is relying on its own fans to cool it down, so maybe it is too hot. I don't know. We do have 3 computers in a small room. I do leave the door open and the fan on the whole time, but maybe it's just too hot. Maybe I need to get another fan that's like pointed right towards my computer to blow even more cool air on it, or get some more fans in there or something. But like it should have ample cooling, but maybe it is just running hot. Maybe my graphics card's not liking all the different stuff in this game. If I turn my settings down, I guess it's a little like, it didn't, I was still crashing with my settings on low or my settings up higher. Quality. Now it's at high because I didn't see the point in like dumbing it down too much, but it shouldn't matter. Like, I have a good computer, so crashing because you haven't let the game run long enough for everything to work properly. You gotta run the game longer. Clearly. I mean, don't mind the fact that I literally am on like all day, every day, basically. But it's definitely frustrating. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go. I'm pretty sure I already finished all my. Oops, I don't care about ranking. Weekly mission. I finished all the ones that I'm doing on this character. I probably should do. Actually, select character. Yeah, just don't crash and let the game run for 10 more minutes and it's fixed. Clearly. Yeah. It's just weird and it's so random when it crashes. I don't like maybe it is teleporting into somewhere because or like I don't know. I'd have to like actually pay attention to what I'm doing every time. 30 minutes. But like nobody else seems to be crashing. So like I feel like it's something I'm doing, but it's not. Like I have I've got a Ryzen 7 3800 XD or 3XD or whatever the fuck it is. Like that's a good processor. I have a 3060 Ti which is like my weak point at the moment. Like I got fucking 64 gigs of RAM. I have a lot of space free on my M.2 drive. Like everything should be good. Crash for the first time today. You tried typing something and it just pooped itself. Yeah, I got no clue. Like I don't know what's causing the crash, but I'm about to just like re-download all my updates and stuff and like try redoing it. Maybe I got a corrupted update somewhere on something, but I'll have to like actually look at. I don't remember what I was doing in here. I was gonna check my weekly mission. Okay. Oh, I should be doing dungeons on this one. I need to do 1500, and I need a guild contract and. I didn't actually get. I didn't get participation in those. Do you have to be at the? I guess I thought that you could turn stuff in and then leave during the event for the ones that return in, and you would get like a thing at the end. Maybe I just didn't do enough of it. Let's see. We'll do the lantern scene. 30 minutes. Build contract. Yeah, we'll do Lantern Seed and 97. We do End of the Abyss. I have some wireless contracts. But bragging. Oh my god. You see, can you tell what place is my least favorite? I'm never going to do these. I honestly think I'm just going to dissolve these and put them into like Silas or something. That's way easier to do because like ugh. I'm literally just never going to complete those fucking things. You gotta just push through them. I know, because I like it cuts it in half. So it'd only be like 35 somewhere else. They're just so annoying. I fucking hate it. It just takes so long. Like, I don't know. We'll try it next time it rains, I guess. I guess I'm just enjoying the show. There. Join them and see if they're doing abominations. Is where are they? This way? Okay, I need to use pumpkin pie and a mastery. Crap, there's so much. What do you think the most overpowered PVE build is? Staff longbow. Just go Arshi's build and you'll be super overpowered. Let's see. I want to find a build that's just so outrageously overpowered in regards to PvE that you can just sneak into the conflict boss and slap down a bunch of damage in the boss real quick and then jump. Yeah. I definitely do staff longbow. I feel like that's such a good build. You already have Arshi's build? Okay, then yeah, you're good. You're good to go then. It's literally so good. And that does so much damage. What kind of classes are there on this game? So there's DPS, healer, and tank, obviously. There's actually a lot of variations though. Like it depends on what you want to do. There's a very strong build in what we were just talking about, the wand longbow. That's like a mage, kind of like bursty, like it's a really good build. I personally play healer. I'm like lagging. I only like playing healer. I don't really do DPS as much. But even as a healer, you still are DPSing. And longbow is really good. So I have two different characters. This one is wand longbow, which is a more like traditional, like really healer. The other one I have is a dagger longbow, which is fun. Like I don't get me wrong, that one has a lot more fun for me in that I could do some damage myself. I mean, this one I'm doing a lot of damage. Like there's a lot of AoE. Okay, you're trying to, but like there's a bunch of different kinds. Like you can either do like melee or range, or a little mix of both. Like a lot of the builds have the ability to be like, for example, like a crossbow dagger is a very strong DPS build as well, but you have a melee and a range. You could be a tank if you want, with like sword and shield. Great sword. You could be great sword dagger, I think is a good build. I'd have to double check. Personally, I don't PvP, so like I don't know what is best for PvP, but I think it goes back and forth between a couple of those builds. But a very solid build, 100%, is the staff longbow. I would suggest that for like farming and stuff, because you just destroy PVE with it as well. You're trying to think of a different build in case you run across anything for your main character. You just sell it to yourself. You wouldn't really be able to sell it to yourself unless you're like on two different computers at the same time, because you'd have to like list it up. Usually if people are doing an alt, they're just selling everything on the alt and using that Lucent on their main character. You don't actually like use the items you get from your second character on your first character. You just use the Lucent that you get from selling the items on the same account. You're coming into the game from a full loot PvP game? Okay. I think as a... Well, I would have to, like, actually keep up with the nerfs and stuff. Right now, longbow is very strong in PvP because of this skill right here, Flash Wave. You can cast this twice with the proper PvP build where it like resets your cooldown on it. And it's like just this huge wave of damage as well as healing to your allies, and then you immediately cast it again. And it's like really strong. I guarantee you it's getting nerfed, because right now in PvP, it's basically just like this big clusterfuck of flash waves and tornadoes. Pretty sure tornado is from staff. So staff longbow is probably going to get nerfed. But I mean, in the sense that like right now it's really overpowered. Like this skill, you just spam this with like your whole group of PvP people, and there's like just 10, 20, 30, you know, flash waves going off at one time, and then you just refresh your skill and immediately do it again. That's like too strong. That's way too strong. And it will get nerfed. I hope they don't like nerf the PvE aspect of it too, because I feel like in New World they really struggled with nerfing stuff in PvP and PvE. It was always just a single nerf, whereas PvE would just get kind of fucked. As a PvE player majority, like I don't like that, because it sucks when something is overpowered in PvP and then it just becomes like super nerfed in that it's just useless at that point, even though it was like perfectly fine in PvE. It wasn't overpowered for like so I don't know. We'll have to see. I know they have announced some nerfs and stuff. I just can't remember off the top of my head everything that's going to be changed. And I'm pretty sure those are coming out with this patch, are they not? Does anyone remember? But as far as like right this second, staff longbow is like ridiculous. It's really good. And so I assume it's gonna get nerfed, you know, but that's just because, you know, it usually would. And it's not like it doesn't deserve to be nerfed. Like there's a lot of other skills out there too, and combos of like weapons that work really well together, and I'm sure everything will get nerfed eventually, or buffed, or switched around and rotated, and there will be. Oh, thank you. What game are you coming from, Amor? A full loop PVE PV.
Stay a while and listen.
Thank you for the follow, by the way. But what game are you coming from? I'm curious. But it really depends on what kind of thing you like to play, though, because there's like some melee builds too. And you can go like one melee, one range. That's usually what a lot of people do. And dagger as an offhand is like a super utilization weapon. It's really, really nice. For a lot of different builds you can put it on. Like you could even be a healer. My other characters, I have two characters. This is a more traditional healer with wand longbow, but my other one is a dagger longbow, and I have a dagger wands, and I have a lot of fun on that one. But like wand is just a very good like utilization or like utility second hand, like offhand, for a lot of different classes. Like you could go dagger longbow, you could go dagger crossbow, you could go dagger great sword, you can go like it's just like good with everything. So I assume dagger will get nerfed too, as far as PvP is concerned. Shit, I need to do a contract, don't I? But if you're looking for like PvP information, I do not know as much about that, but someone who would know would be I am not winning. He's actually streaming right now. If you're looking for like actual PvP stuff, he's really good at PvP, and he's super knowledgeable in the game, and he helped me a lot with learning how to play the game and doing like figuring out what I'm doing. He does it all though. He has alts with like a couple different builds and stuff, and he's really Ultima, okay. You're playing Planet Coaster with your daughter. Nice, Jamie. I hope you're having fun with it. We have two guys that's on us packs for our ultimate players. Yeah. So he's actually streaming right now. Another person for PvP content would be Archie TV. He's really good. These are just my friends. Icebox TTV as well. Those are like I learned a lot about the game from those three people specifically. But there's a lot of people. Shit, I don't want to die. There's a lot of people who are very knowledgeable in the game. I just know for a fact that if you have any question about the game, 100% Winning can answer your questions. He's really good at explaining the game and all the different things you need to look out for and do and everything. I think the most valuable information I learned about the game in a easy to digest way of explaining it to me was from him. Just because he's just really good at explaining things. Him and Icebox are really good at explaining things, and they also are like very knowledgeable. Archie is also extremely knowledgeable. He's just a lot more PvP oriented, and a lot of the stuff is a little different. So like I've learned a lot from all of those guys, and I think they're very valuable to follow. But Ultima, okay. I've never played Ultima online, but I've heard good things about it. But it honestly, it just depends, because you can find a way to make this game fun for you regardless of what kind of class you want to be. Like, if you want to be melee, you can be melee and just destroy people. If you want to be a tank, you'll get like easy queues for dungeons, which makes it easier to get into things. Like, as a healer, like, my queue is not very long, but as a tank, it's even shorter, because tanks are usually the last thing needed in a dungeon. There's more healers than there are tanks, especially because with having 2 weapons, there can be multiple ways to heal. Like, you can have, like, everyone kind of has, well, not everyone, but like a lot of classes have some kind of sustain to themselves that, like, you can get away with having like off heals be your actual healer in a dungeon, and it's not that bad, at least for these tier 1 dungeons. I don't know how it'll be on Thursday. So tomorrow they're actually introducing 2-star dungeons, and those ones should have a bit harder mechanics. So I'm really hoping, I've not played them yet, but I'm really hoping that will entail you needing to have a bit more like actual heals, but we'll see. Because I'm not sure. I need to reset my quest. Okay. You've played it for the last 18 years on free service? Yeah. So, like, I think you would like this game if you gave it a chance. It's very hard to get into it, but I don't mind explaining things. If you did play, I do have a PVE guild, which you could join. You could learn the game. You could figure out like what you're doing, and then, you know, no hard feelings if you end up switching to a like actual PvP guild. There are lots of large guilds that do PvP. I could not care less about PvP personally, and I have my fun with PvE and hanging out with my friends and stuff. So like, but like, if you want to learn the game, I suggest joining a guild or like having fun with like your friends and stuff. I have a guild right here. If you look in, it's called Dehydrated Gamers, you know, minus the E because there was only 15 characters max. We are on US East Chernobog server. Anyone can join this guild if you join up, and you can like message me when you join up. We're Dehydrated Gamers. I can get you in it, and then I can help you. I'm very helpful. I like to help people figure out what they're doing. I may not know all the answers, but I do know people who would know all the answers, and I can ask them. And I'm definitely down. Let's see. Don't know if you'd say it's very hard to get into it. It's extremely addicting, but extremely easy to make big mistakes. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know, honestly. I think it's easy to make Lucent if you know what you're doing, and you're not going to know what you're doing until you've played a little bit. Like, I actually did not like this game the first 2 days I was playing it because it felt like there was way too much to learn. And after I talked with Archie about what the heck I'm supposed to be doing, then I started getting a little bit of a grasp on it, and it felt a lot better. So I'm trying to do that with everyone that I can. If they're just starting out, I'm trying to help them as much as possible, because like my friend my friend Relix just started this last weekend, and I was basically like, I wouldn't say like holding his hand, but I was answering every single question he had the whole weekend. And I think that, and now he's like super addicted to the game too, but like, I think he had a much better start of the game than when I started, because I just felt like I was worried I was going to be wasting my materials, and I wasn't going to like know what the heck I'm doing. And like, I feel like I really tried to help and make sure that you're not feeling that way, you know? And because it is really fun. I'm having so much fun in this game, but I don't like, I know that first starting, when I didn't know what the hell I was doing, was really frustrating. So, but if you do want to play and you want to try it out, it is free to free, so you can easily get into it for free and kind of figure it out. I'm in a PVE guild that I just took over yesterday, so we have this person's, whoever this other person is fucking up our rotation here. They're just hitting everything right before we get it. Guy go over there. Okay. You can definitely join me, and I will do everything I can to help you get into the game quicker without oh dude, what are you doing? Without feeling like I felt when I first started. But you can definitely join up, and you don't have to be like level 50 before you join up either. I'm on Chernobog, and I'm in Dehydrated Gamers. If you would like to join, I can get you some space in here. It's just a PVE guild. We don't do PvP, but we're just helping learn the game and have fun. But this character's on Chernobog. I have a character on Zeroth as well. But I will probably be playing this one more than that one now that I am the guild leader on this one, just so that I'm more active for people if they have questions and stuff. You're on Alexia? Okay. Darn. How are you liking it over there? I wish they would have made server transfers a little less expensive. They're 750 Lucent right now. And I feel like, with a 30-day cooldown on it, and I feel like they could have done 400 or 500 Lucent, and that's still it's not like it can be abused now with a 30-day cooldown between. And 750 just feels like a lot. To transfer your server. It's like almost cheaper to just literally re-roll another character and make an alt or something on the server you want to play on, just because of how much 750 is. Which, I don't know, if you're trying to be free to play, that's a lot. So it's okay, you think? Do you PvE? Are you in a guild? Do you do anything with your guild? Do they do their guild bosses and stuff? It's really frustrating that there's this other party here. We're literally just fucking each other over. They're fucking us over and we're fucking them over because everyone's taking half of the mob spawns instead of it being... Oh. A bit expensive for 750. You lead a guild with friends, you just play casually? Perfect. That's awesome then. That's what I'm trying to do on this one.
Stay a while and listen.
Thank you for the follow, Reading. The guild that we're in was a PvP guild, and then they switched servers, and so then it just became a super casual guild. And then some of the people just recently, in the last week, they wanted to go do more. They wanted to do PvP and stuff, so they moved to... They merged into another guild, and then I'm taking over as the leader of this one. And so we're still really casual, but it's more we can still get our guild bosses and stuff. So we I want to make it a bit more active with active people instead of just people's alts and stuff, but It's okay if it's in the hold. No, it's too far from that maybe. Um, as long as you actually like help out and stuff too, because we want to get our guild coins and all that stuff. The hard part, let's see. The hard part at the moment is time with 4 young kids. They take up most of my time. Yeah, that's understandable. I have 2 kids, so I understand that. Yours is you probably have, you know, I have twice as much time as you because you have twice as many kids. That's I actually do need to hop off because speaking of kids, my kids are about to get out of school. They have minimum days all this week, so I'm going to raid over into I'm not winning. This is one of those people that I was just talking about. He is super duper knowledgeable in the game. PVE, PvP, he does it all. Let me just kill this one. This real quick and then I will raid over to him. So if you're around to get your Twitch drop and everything, he's really good to watch and listen to, and he can answer like all your questions. I literally have asked this man so many questions about this game while I'm learning, and he's really good at explaining how to do everything too. So I think you will have a great time watching him and learning more. I think he's doing arena stuff right now, which I would not know anything about, so just give me a minute though. I was just going to care, but we had this spot. Keep ripping it. Okay. Okay. You started with twin boys. They are now 4. Got a 2-year-old girl and a 3-month-old girl. Oh, that's exciting. I stopped at 2. We stopped at 2. I feel like that was more than enough. I could not do more. I definitely feel like 2 was enough for me personally. All right. I will be back tomorrow morning, same time. If you would like to stop by again, I would much appreciate it. Let me raid over to number 4 was the last for you. Yeah, that makes sense. That's so many kids. Like my brother has 4 kids, and oh my gosh, I am the baby of 4 kids, and so like we always just wanted 2. I only wanted 2. I wanted 1. I didn't want to have a lonely only, so I wanted 2. Let's see. Not winning. Wait, what? Is he not on? He totally was. Are you? What happened? He was streaming. Second. Filter by. I just need to bring this up. I'm going to report home. Let me figure out where winning's at. 1 second. You're the middle of 12. Oh my god, what the heck? 12 kids? How did you do anything growing up? Announcements. Live a minute ago. Okay, so he must be starting his stream like real quick. Okay, let me see. Twitch, where are you? Think he's gone live yet? I'll just have to wait a couple minutes. That's so funny. I thought he like announced, but he announced that he was gonna go live, not that he was live. So okay, we have to wait a couple minutes. We're fine. We have plenty of time. I would assume there's a lot of fights. All right, we'll go get. Let's go to, or 6 or whatever the heck this is called. We'll go turn our things. This. Need to go get the tome and the brazier, whatever. I always say that wrong, and then let's go get the bra. All right. But sorry, I know you just joined in right as I was getting ready to leave. Normally I would stream a little longer. It's just that my kids have minimum days all this week, so usually I'm streaming until about between like 1:30 and 2 p.m. PST on weekdays. But they are all getting off. Oops, I need 5. They get off at noon instead of 2 this whole week, so. Just waiting for winning to go live. What time is it for you? $7 a.m. Okay. It is noon for me, so. Where are you? Are looking live? Where do you live then? You're only awake because the baby needed a feed. I am so happy to be out of that phase, by the way. Like, sorry to like rub that in your face, but like I'm just like my kids still wake me up in the middle of the night, but like I'm so happy to not have to like feed them in the middle of the night. It's like so draining. I breastfed my kids like between 2 and 2.5 years each, and like 5 years of breastfeeding was enough for me. Like that is so draining and taxing on you. I don't know how if you've done that for like all of your kids. Holy crap. Where am I going? I need to go this way. Shit. I do this every time. I forget that the stairs are right there. Right. Australia. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Man, Australia must be nice. I say that as like a ignorant American. Like, I've always wanted to go to Australia. I hope someday maybe we can, but like, I've always thought that it was very pretty there, and I don't know anything about it. Like, just what I've seen in like shows and stuff. So, I'm sure it's got its ups and downs, but I've always wanted to go. Maybe someday. Your wife would sleep in on the feed because her meds, but she also couldn't breastfeed. Oh, okay, that sucks. Well, I mean, it's still good though, you know. But fed is best, so whatever you can do for that. Formula is great too. So nice here, but for everything trying to kill you, yeah, you know, it's totally cool, except for, you know, you have to check your shoes and before you put them on, and you know everything. The pictures I've seen and like the memes are always really funny of like, oh, you know, just a normal day here in Australia, and it's like a tree that's like completely just like there's just spider webs and spiders on everything. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're late, sorry. Okay. Come on, let me grab this tome. There's not enough people here. Potion if I need to. Oh my god. Okay. I thought that fucking thing just like pulled me out of my... That would have sucked. I didn't think it was gonna let me remount. My life flashed before my eyes there. I thought 100% I was dying because it chained me as I went down. I'm gonna grab this and then teleport out. That's all I need. Hi, Justin. You woke up one day putting your pants on and got bit on the back of your leg by a spider. Ugh. Like, just at one time you forget to check. They're just crawling in your pants and, like, just hanging out. Oh my gosh. I would just be scared. Like, I feel like, but I also feel like you guys are so used to it from a young age that, like, you're just, like, it's built into you. I hope you're doing great, Justin. I'm actually about to hop off. I'm waiting for my friend to start streaming. Hopefully he will hit live soon. Oops. Let's see. He is not live yet. I might... Oh, there. He is live. Okay, cool. So I am... There we go. Yeah, I know. He just hit it because I was like, hey. All right, we will raid into winning, and then I'll be back tomorrow morning, same time. So like normally my streams are a bit longer. I usually can stream 2 hours later, but with my kids having minimum days, I decided I'm just going to yeah, uh, I'm just gonna chill, I guess. But all right, I will catch you guys tomorrow. I hope to. Sorry to leave during the middle of a conversation. I was really enjoying talking with all of you. I'll be back tomorrow if you can make it. Obviously, it's very early for you, Amor. So I don't blame you if you can't. But maybe you can catch the end of the stream again, or like my normal stream time is like 2 hours longer than this, so that might be a little bit better. But if regardless, winning streams a lot during random times in the middle of the night and stuff, so drop him a follow because he will probably have a better timing for you to watch, and he's extremely helpful in this game. All right, guys, I'll catch you tomorrow, and thanks again for coming out.